Welcome everyone. Thanks a lot for staying with us. You're watching Plain Speak with me, Shivani Gupta. The opposition's unity in Bihar has been severely tested as the deadline for the first phase of nominations has passed, with the key partners in the Mahagathbandhan still struggling to finalize a seat-sharing deal. The internal turmoil presents a fragmented front against the ruling NDA, which has already announced its seat distribution, and their allies seem to be on the same page more or less. The failure to present a united front and the inability to resolve the internal squabbles so close to polls creates a strong narrative of an opposition in tatters, providing significant political advantage to the incumbent. While the opposition claims that all issues are being resolved and a joint announcement is imminent, the delay and the public disagreement over seat sharing, Chief Minister's face and other issues underscore a serious crisis. Is the Mahagathbandhan's public squabbling over seats even till the last day posing a real challenge to their ability to pose a challenge to the incumbent? Is opposition focused on self-interest, not just the alliance interest? And what impact will this have on the result? Could it make the NDA's victory a foregone conclusion? Because at the end of it, on ground, it just seems to be the RJD that is campaigning. We'll take that and more up with our guest joining us in just a bit. But let me outline exactly what we're talking about. Despite fighting under the banner of a so-called Mahagathbandhan, deepening tensions are threatening the cohesion of this opposition alliance. No official consensus on the Chief Minister's face or the Chief Ministerial candidate. RJD, of course, has projected Tejashwi Yadav, but the Congress has avoided a formal endorsement of the same. Major tussle over seat allocation. Congress wants more seats closer to its 2020 tally, which RJD is just reluctant to concede anymore. Discontent amongst the smaller parties with the CPIML and the Vikashsheel Insan Party, who feel they are being offered an insultingly low number of leftover seats alone. Then there is impatience that grew because of these delays over the seat sharing formula. That led to some parties unilaterally announcing their candidates, somehow even overlapping with others, leading to an intra-alliance fight on many seats. Now, this is not what unity is about. Recent developments suggest a distinct lack of coordination and possibly trust between at least the major players, which is the RJD and the Congress party. So, since election, take a look at this. Since election, dates have been announced. Rahul Gandhi and Tejashwi Yadav have not appeared together on stage for any joint rally or even a press conference. The last time they were seen together was Jan Adhikar rally. Rahul Gandhi and top Congress leaders have been absent by and large as far as the Bihar campaigning is concerned since the Election Commission announced the poll dates. Rahul Gandhi was not seen even during Tejashwi Yadav's nomination filing, neither did he offer even public support on social media. Tejashwi Yadav recently visited Delhi, a trip that was widely speculated to include a meeting with Rahul Gandhi or at least top Congress leaders, but no such meeting took place, or at least none of it has been made public. Sources confirm that since the election schedule was announced, there has been no reported face-to-face meeting between Rahul Gandhi and Tejashwi Yadav, and these are the faces of the alliance. In fact, they've been the ones who've been leading the charge of vote chori, for example, ahead of the Bihar SIR. But a month before the elections, it seems at least one of them has vanished from on ground. No formal announcement in seat sharing seems to have led to massive confusion in the opposition camp, with allies now contesting on the same seats. So in Vaishali, the gloves are off. Congress has fielded Sanjeev Singh, while its ally RJD has put up Ajay Kushwaha. In Gaura Baram, Santosh Sahni of Mukesh Sahni's VIP is set to take on Afzal Ali Khan of the RJD. Even the left Congress camaraderie hasn't held. In Bhachwara, Congress has fielded Garib Das, while the CPI has put up Avdesh Rai. And in Jhajjarpur, Vikashsheel Insan Party is considering Gulab Yadav or his daughter, directly pitting them against the CPI's Ram Narayan Yadav. And there could be at least a couple more such seats where the alliance could be fighting against each other. Meanwhile, Home Minister Amit Shah is on a 3-day visit to Bihar, during which he met Chief Minister Nitish Kumar. Whatever papers or cracks were there have been papered over within the NDA. A short while ago, while addressing a rally, Shah in fact launched a scathing attack on the RJD, reviving the old memories of Jungle Raj in Bihar. So what did he say? He accused the RJD of bringing lawlessness, corruption and stagnation to Bihar, calling that era the time when the state lost both its dignity and direction. He directly linked Bihar's backwardness to the Lalu Rabri years under whose reign Bihar became quote-unquote Bimaru. Without naming Tejaswi, Shah warned the public that the past is attempting a comeback, this time with a new face and a fresh packaging, but with the same old dangers. Amit Shah contrasted the past with the present of the last 10-12 years, crediting the Modi-Nitish government of improved law and order and hence elections being conducted in 2 phases only this time. He also pointed to longer polling hours in several areas of Bihar, a sign that Naxal threat has been neutralized, to underscore the NDA's work on internal security. He positioned Prime Minister Modi and Nitish Kumar's leadership as the one that is restoring the lost dignity of Bihar. So there is that challenge of fighting the past, the past's labeling of Bimaru and backward Bihar that the RJD still carries, the Jungle Raj, but the fresh challenge of no united front. Could that prove to be the biggest problem for Tejaswi and co? Congress seemingly not there as far as the fight on ground is concerned. They've been fighting within themselves instead. So is the Mahagathbandhan on back foot even before a single vote is casted? That debate is coming up.
अंतिम रूप से एनडीए में कौन पार्टी कितनी सीटों पर लड़े, कौन कौन सीटों पर लड़े, यह सब बात अब फाइनल है।
अमित शाह जी ने कहा कि अगर नंबर हमारा कम रहता है तो भी नीतीश कुमार जी मुख्यमंत्री होंगे।
अगर आरजेडी आज भी शहाबुद्दीन के बेटे को टिकट दे तो बिहार सुरक्षित रह सकता है क्या?
Let's go across to our guest joining us, Radhika Khera of the BJP, Pooja Tripathi of the Congress Party with us. I'm also joined by Amitabh Tiwari, founder Vote Vibe. Amitabh, I want to begin with you first before I bring in our political representatives. Do you see a Mahagathbandhan, quote unquote, on ground? Do you see that there is an opposition alliance that the NDA is taking on, or is this some unique, situation where actually we're not seeing the opposition parties together, even though they claim to be under a common banner?
No, so clearly in the last few days, the Mahagathbandhan, whatever momentum it had gathered through the Voter Adhikar Yatra and by raising issues on the ground, seems to have lost. And the primary reason is that at the end of phase 1, we do not have how many seats which party is contesting. We do not have the names of candidates released by the largest party of Mahagathbandhan, which is the RJD. There seems to be some confusion on the symbol allocation, as you mentioned. So there will be friendly fights in some seats, or we could see even in many seats, we will come to know only on the 20th of November, when the last date of withdrawal of the first phase is. The first phase. The 20th is the last date of nomination for the second phase as well. So there seems to be some confusion. I think the Congress wants to contest more seats. The RJD is largely banking on the fact that the strike rate of Congress was poor in 2020 and they do not want to partake with a lot of seats. The entry of Mukesh Sahni's VIP seems to have complicated matters, because the Congress and the RJD will have to leave seats for the new partner.
Yes.
VIP itself is not very trustworthy, because we've seen that in the past elections they have contested with different alliance in different elections. Correct. And the question mark over his credibility and ability to garner votes is also a question mark, though he calls himself the son of Malla and a leader which has control over 9% of the population, that is highly questionable. So all these factors, I think, have created confusion in the alliance, and it seems that now there is some sort of communication breakdown between
Okay.
Tejaswi and Rahul, and they are speaking through representatives, which is also perhaps not helping the matter.
Yes. Pooja, I want to bring this to you. Communication breakdown, trust deficit. I mean, what kind of an alliance is this? There's no joint rally, no joint campaigning, not even a press conference, no seat sharing. This is not an alliance.
So Shivani, this is a very formidable alliance. We have announced our candidates on 23 seats for the first phase, and RJD has announced its candidates, and our alliance partners have announced. And as far as joint rallies are concerned, as far as joint campaigning is concerned, I'm sure everybody would hit the ground tomorrow. RJD, Tejaswi Yadav has covered the districts that were not covered in the Voter Adhikar Yatra, and the joint campaigning will follow. I don't know what's the confusion here. I think
Okay,
the question
can I just let me expand on that then. You're saying you're not understanding the confusion. Confusion is not the word that should be used. There is a problem on ground. I mean, Rahul Gandhi has been your prime face. He's been leading the vote chori campaign. He's missing on ground in Bihar. He isn't seen with Tejaswi Yadav. He doesn't support his nomination filing. He's traveling to other parts of the country. What is happening?
Rahul Gandhi's, foreign visit, the country's visit was finalized way before the elections were announced, and it's in a political outreach program of Congress, which Rahul Gandhi attended. He came back. He had a talk with Tejaswi Yadav. He went today. There were some pressing needs. There was a Dalit IPS who committed suicide. There was a Dalit man who was almost lynched to death in Rai Bareli, and then there was Zubindar's death, and there he paid his condolences. And I'm sure that he would. Most of our senior leaders are in Bihar, and the campaign would ensue. But
Campaign would ensue, but when you are fighting an incumbent that seems to be anyway strong, there should be a bigger spirited fight. There's not even a seat sharing formula. I'm not sure what the message to the public goes. I'll bring in Amitabh on that one more time. But before that, Radhika, it almost seems that you have an open field. I mean, barring Tejaswi, there doesn't seem to be an opposition to you on ground today.
Good evening to everyone. And let's start with the most disgraceful headline of this election season. The Congress party giving a ticket to Naushad, a man who gave stage to the person to abuse the deceased mother of the Prime Minister of India. Let that sink in. A man who insulted the elected leader of 140 crore Indians is now their star candidate. So what does this show? I did not interrupt. I will not let her speak then throughout the debate.
You are quoting wrong.
Can you please mute the lady?
One second.
Can you please mute the lady?
One second. No, I'll give you your time, Radhika, but I think the candidature of Naushad has not been announced. There was some confusion over a ticket symbol being given to him, but that has also been withdrawn. But go ahead.
I'm just reading the news that has been showing on your portal, on CNN News 18. I'm just going by that. I'm not going by any other news.
The
I'm only
election
quoting your
symbol
channel.
was accorded to him, but that doesn't mean the ticket, and even that has been withdrawn.
Do you know how you contest an election? When you are given a ticket, you are given an election symbol. It is at times when the list is getting delayed, those people who are going to be made to give an election is given the symbol. The symbol is only given by the party. Only the state president or the general secretary or in charge organization of the state can give the symbol of the party to the candidate. Nobody else can give him the symbol. So it is clearly and categorically the Congress party who gave him the symbol. Or either he forged it, if they want to say that. Then they should throw him out. How did he get the symbol? He had to go to the office to get. That's how you contest an election. And I'm sure Ms. Tripathi here doesn't know because she's not contested one. You have to collect the symbol from the state office. Having said that, I'm not going to be here.
One second, one by one. But Radhika, since you brought it up, can I just allow Pooja to respond to this?
No, I would like my time to
finish.
Yes,
I'll come back to you. I'll come back to you on the larger issue.
I'm sorry you did. Then I will only start speaking in between everyone. That's not the way to do it. I'm sorry.
One by one, please.
You cannot allow this.
You
have an allergy with the BJP spokesperson. You're not letting me complete my.
I'm just saying. One second. Can you please?
You have to let me complete. That's
Radhika, you brought in the issue of Naushad. Can you please mute Pooja, please? 1 second. 1 second. Radhika, please listen to me. You brought in the issue of Naushad. I'm just asking
the Congress. Let me complete it. There are other issues also. Let me complete.
Yes, I'll come back to those other issues. We've got time.
It's not fair. You do this every time.
I don't do this every time.
You want to go ahead, do it. And any of this that you do also is not going to stop the people of India from voting for the BJP.
I'm not trying to
And
stop
we
the
are going to
people of
win
India
election by
at
election.
all.
You can go on and stop me every time I speak. There are so many topics that Ms. Pooja Tripathi brought up, but you did not stop her and wait for my reaction. You should let me complete my opening statement and then go and ask whoever whatever question is.
Yes,
Ma'am,
please,
you are
one
not
second.
even- go
Pooja,
ahead
please,
with what
one
you want.
second. Please
Go ahead
finish
with
your
what you
opening
want,
statement.
madam.
Please finish your opening statement. What is your opening
No, you
statement?
can go ahead with what you want. I'm not speaking. You can make her speak now. It's your
Okay,
call.
I'm going to go
It's your
across to
channel, you're
Pooja
the
to
Malik.
just get the reaction on Naushad. Is that another faux pas from the Congress party? You may have corrected it, quote unquote.
Anybody, we can announce that our candidate was Shivani. The media can announce that our candidate was Shivani, and then we can. It may go wrong. The official candidate, the official announcement is our candidate from Jale
Who gave him
Vidhan
the
Sabha
symbol?
seat is Rishi.
Who gave him the
Like my
symbol?
friend-
Who
like my
gave
friend
the
Radhika
man
to
the
go
symbol?
home,
The
read
symbol is
the-
only the authority of the party president. How did he get the symbol of the Congress party? Do you know how one contests an election? Do you know how a candidate is elected? Nobody is given a symbol.
Okay, one second, one by
Aap
one now.
party ki
Pooja, there clearly was some faux pas, right, on ground. Somebody gave him the election symbol.
Let me tell you, Shivani, when it came to Naushad, he is not an official candidate. Some fanatic came on his dais, abused Prime Minister Modi ji's mother, which should not have been done, which was criticized by every leader. And then he came on, he came on social media, he came on national TV and apologized. But also, you have started all your ammunition on a very wrong fact. Naushad is not our official candidate. Our official candidate
How
from
did he
Jale
get
is
your
Rishi.
symbol? Who
Please
gave
go
him
on.
the symbol?
Redo your
Who gave
ammunition
Naushad
on
the symbol if he's not your candidate?
Okay.
Do you
Now-
have a forgery company running in the Congress office? That symbols are being given out left, right, and center to anybody and everybody.
Okay,
How did he get an official
Radhika, you
piece of
wanted to
document?
you wanted to move on to some other points as well. Since you brought up Naushad, Pooja ji, 1 second now, just hold on. Radhika, since you brought up Naushad, the issue is also about, for example, the RJD giving the ticket to Osama. There are these cases that are cropping up that certainly, as Amit Shah pointed out today, could remind the public of the whole Jungle Raj image of the RJD. Is that the main issue or plank that the BJP feels is going to make it sail? The memory of Jungle Raj alone?
I'm going to repeat myself again, that it is the Congress party only and only who can award a symbol to anyone. Nobody can just run around with any party symbol. So the Congress spokesperson should know how the party runs and how elections are held in any party and how and who gives the symbol. She's not aware of that. Secondly, the entire Mahathagbandhan is a circus. Look at RJD. The RJD and Congress are absolutely locked in an ego war over seats because there's no ideology, no leadership, no vision. The only common thing that they share is confusion. One side promotes a man who's accused for land for job scam. One side is a man who is the Janani of the Chara Ghotala, who's the Chara Chor, the other party that is being led by the National Herald Chor and who gives tickets to people like Naushad and then takes it back and then gives it again. And amidst all this, you have the son of Shahabuddin, who was once terrorizing Bihar, is now being celebrated by the RJD and the Congress as the face of youth politics. Is this the Bihar model that they're offering? An alliance of abusers, accused, and anarchists, a gang of people who cannot decide who's going to lead them, but then they expect the voters to trust them. It's a joke. And meanwhile, if you compare it with the National Democratic Alliance, the NDA, which under the leadership of the Chief Minister of the state, Nitish Kumar ji, guided by Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji's vision, is moving forward, negotiating with maturity, respecting alliances, and putting governance before gossip. While the Mahathagbandhan is fighting over seats, NDA is now on ground fighting the election. The seats are out, and we are back on track. And while they are handing the Mahathagbandhan is handing tickets to who have insulted India, who have reduced Bihar to just a jungle raj. We are giving tickets to people who are going to serve Bihar.
Okay,
the truth is
Pooja,
simple. In
you've
Bihar
conceded.
Today, the opposition is discredited.
It's discredited, plus, mind you, possibly more in disarray, if nothing else. You've conceded ground even before you could hit the ground.
No, I want to, because you brought up Shahabuddin's son's getting ticket, I want to bring in the details of IPC BNS that has been fielded by Anant Singh, the respected Chote Sarkar, 11 charges of murder. Then there was this Amrendra Pandey, 23 charges of murder. This is whole list. I'm sure if I'll read out the Anant Singh's charges, your show will get on. There'll be 9 charges of kidnapping, 7 charges of, intimidation to women and kind of criminal against women. You have given ticket to Manju Verma. Manju Verma, remember the Highness Muzaffarpur Grey Kand, you know, that was a blot on society, and then you have given ticket to her son Abhishek Kumar, I guess. Yeah, but also rather than giving the tickets to the tainted candidates, there's Amrendra Pandey, I said, there's Amrit Singh. You have also given them बहुत पारिवारिक सा माहौल है. उपेंद्र कुशवाहा अपनी बीवी को टिकट दे रहे हैं, जितेंद्र राम मांझी अपने बहू, अपनी समधन, अपने दामाद को टिकट बांट रहे हैं. So I guess it's very easy going. It's very family matters in NDA.
Can I please respond?
No, I didn't respond. I think before responding, you should apologize.
I'm coming to you, Radhika, next. Yes, Pooja.
And that's what I'm saying. When you raise fingers, look at the candidates. Look at the amount of candidates, the tainted candidates that are being fielded by you. It's not just, giving all your bandarbat in your families, your distributing tickets. It's also to somebody who have 27 cases of murders against them.
Radhika.
And that's what NDA is all about.
As far as criminality in politics is concerned, I think in Bihar, no party stands above or below others. I think percentages, if you look at 2010 and 2015, even 2020, all of these elections, the amount of those with criminal charges against them, the percentages in all parties is roughly the same. But yes, Radhika, please respond also to the family allegation.
Okay, so now the allegations that she's talking about, none of them are convicted and none have been shielded by the government. And it is our government who is getting the bill, which Rahul Gandhi is opposing tooth and nail. And he is not ready to get past that bill that if anyone who is a criminal will have to immediately resign. If you are so bothered about criminals getting into politics and getting tickets, why are you standing against the bill? The real difference is this. I did not speak in between this woman. Kindly mute her. This debate is not a circus and not a fish market. And she's continuing to do that. So when you're talking about family, madam, let me remind you, Madam Sonia Gandhi, Rajya Sabha, earlier Lok Sabha, then a Rajya Sabha seat given to her. Her son, Mr. Rahul Gandhi, Lok Sabha. His sister, daughter of Mrs. Sonia Gandhi, Priyanka Gandhi Vadra, again a Rajya Sabha member. And well, the Congress is preparing from Mr. Rehan Vadra and Ms. Meraya Vadra, and the son-in-law keeps on coming before every election and saying, I am ready to contest, I am ready to go to Rajya Sabha. It is the party who has to take a call. Mr. Priyank Kharge, son of Mr. Mallikarjun Kharge. Mr. Mallikarjun Kharge also adjusted his own son-in-law during the Karnataka elections.
Okay.
If I start laking out the entire gang of family matters that is happening in the private-run, family-owned Congress party, the Congress spokesperson will have to shy away from the camera.
Okay.
So please don't give sermons here. Coming back again to those who are convicted, are you trying to justify कि इसने इसको दिया, उसने उसको दिया, इसलिए हम दे रहे हैं? That means you're not a party with the difference. And I will repeat again, none of them are convicted. None of them have been given a sentence. And answer me, why is Rahul Gandhi against the bill? If you are raising today the question as a national spokesperson of the Congress party that we have given a ticket to this one and that one's son, why is Rahul Gandhi opposing the bill?
No, I want to bring in Amitabh now. Amitabh, this mention that Amit Shah, for example, in his rallies has been making to the Bimaru status of Bihar in the past, to the Jungle Raj, do you think that still is the big quote-unquote ticket for the NDA to come back to power?
It is still a big factor. If you go on the ground and you speak to people, essentially the core vote block of the NDA, which is largely the upper caste, non-Yadav OBCs, EBCs, Mahadalits, you will get a feeling that significant work has happened. A lot more needs to be done. And still the fear of the return of Jungle Raj at least walks among the core vote block of the NDA. And that is, age-wise, if you see, that is 35 plus years. So what happens is that when people say that the young population is very high, that is around 60-65% of the population in Bihar is less than 35 years. But you have to understand that 18 to 35 age group population is only 35% because 0 to 18% cannot vote.
Yes.
So 35 plus, which is mid-age and senior citizens.
They remember what happened under Ladu.
They remember, and it still works at least among the core vote block of the NDA, and that is a distinguishing factor, or that is a factor still on which some of the people are voting.
Yeah, interestingly, Amit Shah even mentioned today that many of you may not know what used to happen 15 years ago. You should ask your parents. Pooja, how will this Mahagathbandhan, if there is one, you're saying that they'll hit the ground running very soon in the days to come. But how will the Mahagathbandhan, how will the Congress for one, rationalize its national stand against quote-unquote corruption versus your partnership with the RJD, and how will you, run away from the spectre of what used to happen when Lalu and his family were ruling last? And just now, the case has been firmed up against them in another IRCT scam.
So the case is sub judice and I don't want to comment, but I remember Amit Shah ji in his last visit said कि तेजस्वी को अगला चुनाव लड़ने लायक नहीं छोड़ूंगा. So it actually goes on to show that why this case is being reopened and why this, now the case is in court, every day they got to be hearing, the charges have been framed and we'll see its culmination. But having said that, Amit Shah, the NDA has the whole Bharatiya Janata Party led NDA has a thing of bringing up from Nehru, Rajiv, Indira and Jangal Raj. They have been in power for last 20 years. I'll not go for beyond what happened in 2005. I'm just asking their Sankalpa Patras 2020, which of the things? They promised a special package of 1.25 lakh crore, not happened. 19 lakh jobs in 5 years, not happened. Appointment of 3 lakh teachers in schools, nothing happened. Darbhanga aims operational by 2024. It's a cattle stray ground. The Motihari sugar mill, which Prime Minister Modi himself says कि अगली बार मैं आऊंगा तो यहाँ की चीनी का चाय पीऊंगा. Nothing. No. 30 lakh pakka houses of 2022. No data. Nothing happened. Making Bihar as an IT hub was promised, and we see there's a massive migration of 7.9 million people from Bihar, and Bihar would be voting from unemployment. It faces the gravest unemployment, and the saddest part is the female labor force participation rate stands at 9%. It's something that we should be ashamed of in 21st century.
No, okay, but is the solution to that offering a state government job to every family? Because, that promise is also not sitting very well, even with the common Biharis today. But I want to take this to Radhika. Once again, Pooja, I want to take this to Radhika. Radhika, on law and order, I don't think there can be much argument that the NDA Sarkar has done much better than what used to prevail. But on economy, can Nitish Sarkar, the NDA Sarkar, make that claim?
Let me quote Sadhu Yadav, the Sala of Mr. Lalu Prasad Yadav, who went on to say categorically that Firoti ki sari rakme Mukhyamantri Niwas mein Lalu Prasad Yadav ji तय करते थे. If you remember, the marriage of Misa Bharti, when car showrooms were knocked out, the gates were knocked out and those cars were stolen. You remember that women could not go out. And let me also talk about the situation in the Congress office itself. This is the halat of the Congress office. Have you seen how their own leaders are bashing up their own leaders? A party which cannot maintain normal security and peace in their own Congress office and in their own party is coming
on economy. How well has the NDA government?
Every point. Second thing, Madam Pooja Tripathi was talking about Mr. Amit Shah ji saying that मैं तेजस्वी को छोड़ूंगा नहीं, बिल्कुल नहीं छोड़ेंगे. जिसने चोरी करी है और करप्शन करी है, एक को जेल जाना पड़ेगा. नेशनल हेराल्ड चोर को नहीं छोड़ेंगे, टूटी चोर को नहीं छोड़ेंगे, चारा चोर को नहीं छोड़ेंगे, लैंड चोर को नहीं छोड़ेंगे, नौकरी चोर को नहीं छोड़ेंगे. जिसने चोरी करी है पूजा त्रिपाठी जी इस देश की जनता के पैसे की, उस किसी को भी नहीं छोड़ा जाएगा और ना देश की जनता छोड़ेगी. Which is why for over 25 years the Congress has not been in power, and for even over 18 years the RJD has not come back so that they can create a jungle raj.
Okay.
The people of Bihar have been giving a reply. And I would like to come back to Ms. Tripathi. She was talking about ye nahi diya, wo nahi diya. I have been asking this question to her for the last 2 debates. Madam, how much was the money in comparison to what the BJP government, under the leadership of Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji has been giving to Bihar? What did Dr. Manmohan Singh, led by Madam Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi ji, give to Bihar? Why did you keep Bihar away from all the money? Please tell us the exact number that the UPA gave and what the NDA has given in 11 years.
Okay.
Let the people know that how much you're trying to take them here and there. Just give us the exact facts. Don't go left, right and center.
Okay.
Tell us how much you gave in the UPA government and how the NDA has given. Tell us the exact facts and figures and we'll take it forward. Tell us the exact facts and figures. Talk on facts and figures, madam. This is not a drama here.
1 second. Pooja, yes.
Yeah, you've still not answered on economy. I'm asking about the
You tell me, this is economy. What are the facts and figures? How much money was given by Mr. Rahul Gandhi to Bihar in the 10 years of the UPA government?
Manmohan Singh, वही
बताइए ना कितना पैसा दिया? Comparison तो इसी से होगा ना, मैडम?
Okay.
State per capita income so less than
पढ़ के आया करिए, मैडम. पढ़ के आया करिए. You don't know how a symbol is given. You don't know. This is the 3rd time I'm asking you on a debate. twice on CNN itself, once on another channel कि कितना पैसा दिया उसको
Okay,
पढ़ के आओ
can I
मैडम।
just come in? I don't want you
पढ़ के
speaking
आया
over
करो,
each
पढ़
other.
के।
I request both of you, one second. It's clear that as far as this Bihar battle is concerned, it is still very much on some of the issues that have been emotive in the past. They may be past issues, but they clearly are dominating the discourse today more than whose Sankalp Patra or campaign manifesto was fulfilled, or what promises can be made, can be fulfilled if a future government is to come to power. I think it is more about what happened under the RJD rule still. That's the spectre that still haunts the RJD, whether they like it or not, and along with it, the Congress party. But the bigger problem for both of them alliance partners today is whether they can function on ground together. We'll wait and see. Today was the last day of nomination for phase 1, but a lot of ground needs to be covered still by all candidates. I thank our guests for joining us. Coming up after a very short break, the horror of digital arrest. Even the Supreme Court has now taken a strong note of rising such cases which are leading to thousands and thousands of rupees being stolen under these scams. Stay with us.